Okay, so like I'm trying to explain to you though, alright, what I'm trying to put forth to you is a situation in where I might have had to help my stepdaughter go to the bathroom in the middle of the night if she came in there to me and I didn't see her mom around, right? For example, right? Now, see, I'm the stepdad, right? Now, I got certain responsibilities to my stepdaughter once me and her mom married, right? Here's the thing, right? Among them would be to help her go to the bathroom, dress, and shower and bathe. Hello? Teach her to tie her shoes, things like that. Now that's what I'm testing you in, right? A, if the child even came in there or not, Daphne never charged me, right? She never said nothing happened. Okay, that's your problem one, right? Problem two, right? Whoever's saying that now, say it even was Daphne, right? I'm explaining it to her clearly, if she was watching me, what I was really doing, to where even she could understand it, or she wasn't watching it all and I'm making it up because someone that brought it up on base, right? That's an alternative explanation for how this person even knows if neither me and my ex-wife are talking about it at all. We wouldn't bring it up, idiot. But only if I talked about it with someone on base and they attacked me, right? To justify their attack, they would keep bringing it up, right? You see what I mean? What's the difference there? I'm on base, right? And I'm locked out in my room and trying to get in the room. Or I'm not going to have a place to sleep in the lounge for the night, right? Which is a rational response, right? If you're also only have on a shirt. Another thing I would need is a shirt. If I got on a pair of pants, no one wants to, again, sleep in a lounge, hello, right, without a shirt on. Exactly. So there would be two reasons if I did lay in the fall, I would have to go around the front and get a shirt. To get a shirt is one, and then say, well, ain't nothing else I can do but sleep in the lounge. Now, if I wanted to and thought I needed protection, there is a bathroom on the second floor that does lock. But I'd have to sleep in the bathtub then, so, okay. You know where I was going to sleep, the lounge. The lounge. If you can get in the room. Right. Now, question is, though, I have the time from the back of the building till I get around to the front to figure out what to do, too. I also might could have thought to call Pastor Thomas. Because they have people on the base. But see, that would be just to get a shirt because I'm still on base, right? And I would start, telling them the problem, right? And I was stuck on base and I needed a shirt and something like that, right? And, nobody's really wanting to give me a hand here, right? And again, right? Again, all depends, right? But still, my ID is in the room. So, like I said, and I'm gonna be apprehensive about leaving the base, right? Maybe, right. Unless I'm guaranteed safe passage back home, right? Now, Daphne's the reason I'm on base, right? Not Pastor Thomas or a guy on base already, right? So that's where we're at there. There are only two people after this who you get involved with this who I might have called for additional help. Right, at first. Now, I ain't saying if Pastor Thomas or someone on base couldn't get me a shirt, I wouldn't eventually have to call Daphne either, but again, it would still just be for a shirt to sleep in the lounge for the night. And I don't think that would bother Daphne if I did that either. Right? I don't know. But it's still hypothetical. And there again, I'll be going back into the hornet's nest I just got out of. You know what I mean, right? Started at the beginning of August, right? Then the middle we're going to get her. And then the end I moved back to base. Included a 2-week stint in Bethesda, Maryland. Right? So again, this is my story to tell too, not yours. Okay, you keep bringing it up. So we're going over what I might could have done that still can't be classified as molestation, but if Daphne was to see it or not, or if someone outside of me and Daphne knows about it, they would bring it up if I told them, Daphne. Not that I'm saying this really happened at all that night. It might could have happened until I moved back to base either. I don't remember all that small little details right there. But I am making up an honest scenario since I helped raise Renee. Remember taking showers with my mom. But that ain't criminal for me to do, even if Daphne was to watch it and she said, Grandma, shoot her today. You see what I mean? Right. The story one would be the most honest of all the stories anyway, that she came in there immediately and I would immediately realize something was going on. She's not supposed to be in there with me. I'd almost think she was coached either way, and though too. Why? Because in story two, I'm a male undressing in front of my stepdaughter who's supposed to be taken care of by grandma. Now, I ain't saying sometimes granddad or dad might not have to bathe her or whatever, but usually they wouldn't get undressed, nor would I, nor would you, normally. Unless, okay, like in the story, she just laying there after I pulled down her panties to see if she peed. So then you're assessing two things. Why is she still in there with me? Right. Because she's supposed to go back in there to mom once I take off her panties, and she's supposed to either pee or not, and then I gotta make sure she hadn't already peed, which is why the licking part or the tongue part comes in. And again, I'm doing it once, and okay, this is to smell her, not dick her out, or perform oral sex on her too. Now the difference is when you're doing the checking, you're distracting the child all the way down and back up. When you're eating the vagina and licking the for sexual pleasure of the woman, you don't have to stick it all the way out, all the way down, unless you're doing it to entertain the child. For real. See what I mean there too? This is to say the difference between those two things. Now, when you do the licking of the vagina, you don't have to stick your tongue out all the way down. No, you don't. But if you're entertaining the child, you do. And what's the difference in the two stories? I'm trying to entertain the child so she don't freak out while I'm making sure she didn't pee. Right. That's the difference between the two stories here, right? And I'm going down to there to make sure she hadn't already peed because I'm not sure what's going on. So then after I do that, I'm going to stand up and see if she's, going to either dress herself and go back in there to mom, or what's she going to do? What is she going to do? Right. And then I go over by the couch. Well, I know I'm assessing what might be in her mind and what is the next step here if she just stays there, right? Does she want what? A bath or a shower? A bath or a shower with me is what you would think do, right? If you're a step parent, are you going to jump to the conclusion she wants sex with you or a bath with you or a shower with you? One would make you a pedophile, you're right. One would make you a normal step parent as well. Okay. Which one? Depends on where you're at when you think, well, what do we do next? Undress. Like, why? To see if she's ever been around a male naked, and could handle taking a shower or a bath with me, right? Now, again, we're still, if we did this or not, just woken up. sometime after 11:05 p.m., which is when you went to sleep probably, and you're trying to deal with the situation. And like I told you, with blackout amnesia, what? I don't remember that. Whether it happened or not. Whether it happened or not. You're right. I don't have to admit to it, but it's not a crime either. It's not a crime either. Like I keep telling you, a crime, you can prove instantly it's a crime. But like I said, if I'm doing that with a female, I just go straight for it. I don't have to stick my tongue out to the girl for her to know what I'm doing either. She know, right? And see, you wait until you get down there. Then, well, unless you're going from the breast down, right? You know what I mean? to usually starts with kissing anyway, right? If you're with a female, you can actually be with her, right? But you ain't gotta stick your tongue out all the way down if it's a female legally old enough. Right, right. Only if it's a child you're not familiar with and you're trying to get her to not get excited about you making sure she didn't eat. Right, right. So you do like that, like I demonstrated before. But you still don't touch the vagina. That's wrong. No, no. You don't do that. Nobody does. Nobody does. Not even grandma. Not even grandma. If she was doing the same thing. Oh, yeah. Grandma ain't a male to be naked in front of her anyway. And see, two men, unfortunately, would be the only two other people who could teach her that, granddad and dad, right? Biological dad. But I'm still making it up, right? Okay? But I do know what I'm saying, okay? Still is not a crime for me to do it. But guess what? So, it could be for dad or granddad. Here's why. They would have to do it more than one time to get her comfortable with me. Whereas I would only do it that one time and never do it again, too, right? Get that? Get that? I wouldn't ever really think she would even do that to begin with. The child coming there to me at all. Right? 0 times does the child actually approach the sleeping step parent in any situation when they're on the couch or when they're with the mom. No. But like I said, no. If she did go to the bathroom, right, that's kind of obvious why she might be in there to me, right? But there again, why didn't someone escort her? Right? See, because if I see Daphne, I'm going to say, oh, she's helping her go to the bathroom. Now, there'll be no need to go over there, right? Unless she's in there with me, how? Alone, right? Then I got to make sure nothing's going on at all with me and her. And that really the reason she's in there is to also go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. I don't know if she couldn't wake up her mom or something either to go to the bathroom, and I caught her halfway somehow, right? No, that's odd, right? Like I said, right? That all depends on if she's coached or not, right? Because, see, like I said, she would have to be familiar with male nudity, which is what I'm checking on if I was to undress in front of her, too. See, there's a reason I'm talking about it hypothetically, right? Especially if I don't remember any details. See, that's why I'm also adding to the story what I'm really trying to talk about, because I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Right? But it's kind of fitting, all I could have done with her with the mom there anyway, right? This is the most you might could do, right? And the least you should do, right? Legally. That if you were to tell someone on base, they might would freak out over, but still can't prove you did it. Or if Daphne was watching and lied about it the whole time, which is what you're saying as well, and I'm guessing what I really did, right? Or again, she would have went to the police because she would have enough evidence against me. But if the child said grandma showed her that and she was to go to the police, she would tell the police the same thing. See, it would be fresher in her mind then, right? So would she go to the police? No, no. That's why I did. But if grandma, okay, is the one she related it to, and mainly grandma would do that with her, right? It's then I'll explain why, if I did undress to take a shower or bath with her, why she was comfortable with it if I did. See what I mean? See what I mean? It gets dicey even for me. And after that point, and I decided against it. And so I'm trying to play it how second by second, too, minute by minute, right? Time by time, right? But I'm not familiar with her enough. Do you think it unusual, though, if she were to do that? And do you think she did that because of me or someone else? Or see what I mean? See what you mean? She's doing that with me if you're following the story, right? I'm not doing anything I think is going to physically or psychologically harm her either. I'm just trying to help her go to the bathroom, which the first step you do there is what? Pull down the panties, right? Well, did I stick my tongue out at you, my ex-wife, when I went down on you? All the way down? No. No. But if I'm doing it to entertain your daughter, you would do it all the way down. I would do it all the way down. Because then what I'm doing is entertaining her while I make sure she didn't pee, and then I'm back up immediately after I smell her real quick. And that's all you do, right? To make sure she didn't pee. Right? So then you back off, right? That's the only two things legally you could do, too, right? You go over by the couch. You're giving her the opportunity to both dress herself, right? Go back in there to mom, or go into the bathroom, too. Right? You hear the story. You hear the story. And this is the only way it could unfold if you're waking up something and it's happening anyway. I know it does. Right? It's not a confession either, it's a suggestion. That if, again, someone's watching me or I told someone on base, this is the only thing I could have told them as well. Or even Pastor Thomas, right? And then I'm explaining why and how I'm making it up too, right? Both parties, right? Or all three parties, I don't know. Right. I know. I know at least two of the stories could happen to a certain point, but then one would have to be the end of it, right? Which would be the guys on base attacking me, right? Okay, 2 I could do right after each other. If Pastor Thomas got me back on base somehow, after he might have attacked me off base, right? Which is how that would have to play out, too, right? Daphne also would have to get me back on base if I went off base with her, right? What are we doing there? Eliminating them as suspects, though. Right. One's an hour away or so in Norfolk. One's apartment is right down the road a little bit, but it's at least a mile or so away, something like that, right? Maybe a half a mile to a mile. But I would still have to find a way back on base if she attacked me, you see what I mean? And she would also have to dump my body too, but when she doesn't have the base, I think that, That's also how you can tell I'm making it up too. See, I'm thinking about it like, who? Columbo. Or who? Murder She Wrote. Murder She Wrote. Angela Lansbury, right? Or, SVU case. SVU case. Or, Perry Mason case. Or, Matlock case. Or, not the Andy Griffith show. Please, they would never do that. But Law and Order might have had a little hanky-panky going on. Alright. The original series, that also lasted 20 years, right? So at least 2014, right? So when does that mean it came out? 84? 84. Uh-oh. Ain't that 20 years, right? Because, 94. Oh. Or was it 2004? I don't know. It was on for a while though. And did it come out in 94 or 2000 or 84? 94, 84, right? And then it was canceled by 2004 or 2014. I don't know. Right. That was also 6 years ago. But this is history too, like I said, right? So, why am I still on about? They're still harassing me, period. So I'm dealing with hypotheticals still. And John Daphne Wyatt's hypothetical, and I'm making it up, whatever. And how I can make it up without, it really being a crime too, right? And what I'm describing to them may not have really happened with her daughter, even if she did wake me up, but it could have if it went a different way. But it still wouldn't be what? Criminal, or unless, again, like I said, she did want to be rich, but then, I don't know. But see, but who would still be lying if she said Grandma showed her that? Daphne. Right. You see what I mean? Because see, that's the first thing you're going to ask her. If she's letting you do all that with her, who showed you all that, right? Now, Grandma, again, if you're a male, don't mean Grandma should do that. I thought of that too. That's the first time I'm around her. That's just coaching from another male. Dad or biological dad. Granddad or biological dad. I don't know which. See, it all depends on how Dad looked at his daughter, right? That's what I mean about Lisa Baker's dad, right? And how he looked at his daughter, because she had red hair and him and Lois had brown or black hair on this, right? And he didn't understand recessive genes, right? See, they both could have a recessive gene, and Lois has blue eyes and he has brown, but if he has green as a recessive trait, it's dominant over blue. And Lisa's eyes will be green. That's what. But some people think they know more because they walk by sight, not by faith. That's right. That's what you're doing with the story here. You're walking by appearances. Because the first thing I asked them sarcastically is, what, did I stick my tongue out and lick her one time? Because see, again, that's not licking her one time. What I'm describing to you. But only someone on base, Pastor Thomas or Daphne, would take it seriously too. You see what I mean? Or Sal, or Granddad. Can't prove who. But it's bait to bait the real molester too into admitting he coached her to do it with me. Too. Because she can only do it with me once. If I bring her back to Daphne, right? Whatever we did, I don't remember. But if it went this way, or not, I can still make up the story and bait the real coach. Because she shouldn't have came in there to me at all. A real child around a real man.